right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is someone with whom I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Now, if you know anything about We Talk Weekly, you already know one thing that we are known for are our interviews, right? And We Talk Weekly, we do a lot of interviews because we love people. We know a lot of people. We have a lot of respect for a lot of people. And this gentleman, with whom I have much respect for, right?
Yes.
And matter of fact, this segment is sponsored by who?
Afro Philly.
Afro Philly in the building. And since this segment is sponsored by Afro Philly, let's just talk about this gentleman who is CEO of NBG Network. Leonard Young in the building. AfroPhilly.com, man. And all around just a good, great person, man. Hello. Welcome to the show, brother.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about you and some of the things that you have been doing. And first of all, let's talk about the NBG Network.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about how big, because that thing is big and it's growing every day.
Yep. So basically, NBG Network, we have 14 different websites where basically each website is city-based. So each website, we have news, information, a black directory, event calendar. And the goal of each website is really to promote positivity in the African-American community.
Okay.
So right now, we have the 14 sites. We have New York, Newark, Philly, Delaware, D.C., Baltimore, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Miami, Houston, Birmingham, Chicago, L.A.
Huge.
Wow.
Big.
That's major.
Yeah. So, long story short, we just trying to do something positive.
Right.
Leave a legacy,
Yes.
So you say legacy, right? Mm-hmm. How important in the midst of everything that has been going on in the world, the nation, and your network kind of reached the nation.
Right.
How important is it for, us as, depending on how you define yourself, some people say African American, some people say black, some people even call themselves Moors, right? How important is it for us as a people to leave such a legacy?
So, the thing I always think, I feel like it's very important. So the thing I always think about is like my grandparents, grew up, my grandmother in Virginia, my dad in Delaware, my grandfather in Delaware. Right. And, one thing that their parents were always focused on was education. Mm-hmm. So, I feel like education really is the key to moving forward. Mm-hmm. And, not to say you always have to be in college but, you need to have some type of skill, some type of trade, some type of talent. And, even back in, let's say, the 20s, 30s, or 40s, like they both went into college. Mm-hmm. They actually met at Hampton when it was Hampton Institute. Later, of course, Hampton University. So, one thing that they always instilled in me was, giving back, being respectful. So it's kind of like when I think about leaving a legacy, I kind of think of not wanting to let them down. Right. I think a lot of kids right now, they grow up and their parents don't have any expectations for them. So they don't have any expectations for themselves. And now I knew growing up, if I did something wrong, before I even got off the bus, they were ready, willing.
You crying as soon as you got off the bus.
Yes, because you knew what was coming.
Exactly.
Boy, you better stop that crying. Yeah, I know. So now we could jump right into Afro Philly, and we're excited to be part of that initiative.
Same here, ditto.
No doubt.
Yes.
So we appreciate you, for allowing us to increase our network, right? And so, what Afro Philly? Why is it specifically named Afro Philly, right? And what's your kind of like your vision, for that particular?
So, do you want the real reason?
I want the real. We keep it a bean here.
So the real reason, so I think it was 2005 when I kind of started, interested in the website, started buying the domain names. And, I think at that time I got like DelawareBlack.com, BaltimoreBlack.com, DCBlack.com. I looked at PhiladelphiaBlack.com. Right. My money wasn't right to get it. It was like $10 a year. Okay. I swear, I came back the next day. Somebody took it. Wow. So, then it's kind of like, like now I can't do Philadelphia Black. I can't do Philly Black. What am I going to do? Right. And I don't know. One day Afro Philly just came to me. So, I just took it and ran with it.
Yeah. I mean, we love it. We talk weekly. After the talk is on afrophilly.com. So make sure you follow. Make sure you support. And so normally you're interviewing people. So now you're here being interviewed.
Right.
What was it? Because let's talk a little bit about We Talk Weekly on Afro Philly. What was it that said for you, you know what, I like this content. I'm gonna let this kind of like reside here on Afro Philly, you know?
Right. So, really it was two things. One, shout out to Portia
Yeah,
Hargrove PR.
yeah,
But,
the superstar public team Portia in the building.
Right. So, of course, Portia made the introduction, and you already know how she introduced people where you're like, oh, I got to meet them.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, she made the introduction, and then, I was just at a seminar the other day. It was a Facebook workshop,
Right.
and they were talking about how much video people watch now. So, they were really saying that video is now, soon or, maybe even now outpacing people reading. Like, they talked about YouTube, how many people watching videos. So, so when she showed me some of the clips, I was like, yeah, I need that on Afro Philly.
Yeah.
So, plus, of course, she hyped you up. She hyped that, the whole We Talk Weekly.
Yeah.
So, I almost felt like I would have been an idiot not to, jump on that.
Right, no doubt. We definitely appreciate that. And the funny thing is, you're not new to We Talk Weekly and us.
Oh, yeah.
And shout out because we did an interview. That's funny. He interviewed us. Now we interviewing you, right? And so with Afro Philly, what's your vision right now for Afro Philly? Where do you feel like you are right now? Where do you feel the need to take that?
Yeah, so basically for Afro Philly, kind of feel like I'm at some of the beginning stages. So I have no problem when people are like, oh, Afro Philly, I never heard of it, because to me that's a good thing. I have the opportunity to introduce.
Well, they gonna hear
to
about
website.
it now. They've been hearing about it.
Definitely. But so of course the site I really started with DelawareBlack.com.
Right.
So in Delaware, we were able to do a lot of great things. We were able to have a lot of partnership with community organizations. We were able to support a lot of businesses. We were able to have a lot of good events. So, like, for instance, in Delaware, we had like a Delaware Black Expo, so that was one of the first times that we really had a Black Expo. The first year we probably had like 3,000 people who made it out.
Oh, wow.
We also did an event, which we had talked about briefly. Hopefully we revisit, but an event called the Delaware Black Awards too. So for the Delaware Black Awards, it was kind of a spinoff of the Hoodie Awards, where basically we wanted to recognize the businesses that don't normally get recognized, like, best funeral home, best, restaurant, best barbershop, best beauty salon. So, both of those events. So, I would definitely love to partner with people like We Talk Weekly.
That's a done deal.
Do stuff up here, and really just be, just have a positive impact in the community. Like, the one thing I always think about, and this is why, I even kind of came up with the website idea, or took it the way it goes, is because, and we probably saw this weekend, but the mainstream media doesn't talk about the positive things that we do.
I know that's
So a lot of times they talk about the robbing, shooting, killing, drugs, fires.
As soon as you turn on the news,
right? But they don't talk about the graduations or the people doing the good stuff. So that was really the goal with all the websites and all the cities, to really be able to promote the positive things happening instead of the negative.
Yeah, no doubt. Interesting. And so as you build your network, we're excited because hopefully we'll be able to start jumping on the other networks.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and start, branding this thing out in the NBG Network. And so if it was something, right, because, I had the opportunity for you to send me out to Claire from Fashion Bomb, and she talked a lot about, which you can also see on Afro Philly, y'all.
Yes.
And she talked a lot about just how she started her blog, right? And she also mentioned some things that, if she would have, certain things she would do differently if she would have knew, as they say, I would, what I know now, if I would have knew that then. So that's the question I want to ask you. Is there something from all the information that you know now that you wish you would have knew then that you would have done differently?
Oh yeah, a ton of stuff. So I mean, I think anybody in business has probably wasted a lot of money.
Right.
So when I think about the money I wasted, the most foolish thing that I can think I did, I was trying to redesign one of my websites.
Right.
And of course at the time everybody was talking about, certain websites where you get the freelancers in India, they work super cheap. Man, I walked out of that minus like $6,000, nothing to show for it. So, that's one thing, and then I think the second biggest thing was just getting other people involved, so like now, and I tell Portia all the time, and this is like a work in progress for me too, but
right.
You can't do it by yourself.
No.
And
so
right. If you think you can do it by yourself, you could put in a lot of hours.
Yeah.
So now, like my whole thing and now is like anything I don't have to do,
right.
or anything someone's better at, or I can pay that, a better value for my time. then I try to go that direction. But still a work in progress, because it's like when you have your craft, you almost want to be hands on, but
because that's your baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Baby.
So,
No doubt.
but you can only be hands on so much without burnout.
Yeah, man, and we definitely get that memo. We got that memo, right? Trying to do everything. But definitely, thinking of, the whole kind of idea of, Madam touching on. We always talk about the idea of supporting like black business.
Right,
this whole new
exactly.
Black Wall Street situation, right? And the Sizzle and this whole outlet that we have right here, with We Talk Weekly After the Talk, we're able to offer more outlet, right? More reach with, exposing certain businesses, black businesses, to, for people to know that they're here, right? And so we're excited about that. We have about 2 minutes left, and I would love for you to just kind of talk about where people can kind of get to you, where can they find you? Of course, afrophilly.com, you already know. But you can kind of talk about your networks again, but your expectation and what's the one thing that you would love for people to specifically do to support?
Advertise. But so long story short, Afro Philly, the website is afrophilly.com. We are on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all under Afro Philly. If they want to see all the websites we have, they can go to NBG Network. We have a list of the 14 websites. We also have a website called Black Web Pro. So this is for the African Americans who are, kind of like on the internet doing technology stuff. We also have a website called blackcinema.net, which is all about movies, actors, all that stuff.
No doubt.
If anyone's looking to contact me, they can go to any of our websites. The contact form comes to me. They can, send a message through Instagram, Facebook, not Twitter, but Instagram, Facebook. They can send messages through there. And real quick, definitely, I want to thank you for the opportunity, because you definitely been a great help. For anyone who may have time, we're always looking for interns. We're always looking for writers, especially people who can do interviews, whether over the phone or in person.
Right. No doubt. Thanks for coming to the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We can't wait to be on all those other 14 networks, Doubt. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for staying tuned in. We got definitely Afro Philly, Mr. Leonard here, Leonard Young. Appreciate you coming to the show, and we anticipate more of a great relationship right here. And so we don't want y'all to go anywhere. We'll be right back. We got more of We Talk Weekly After the Talk with your boy Charles Gregory and the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
We'll be right back, y'all. Holla.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Touch here.
Your boy Charles Gregory in the building, man.
Look, a lot of people have been asking, how can we watch the show? Where can we find you? So I'm gonna break it down for you, okay?
Put your W's up. We Talk Weekly.
We Talk Weekly TV on YouTube.
All day.
We Talk Weekly on the iFame channel, on the Roku box.
13 million nationwide. That's what we hit and holla at us,
Just
man.
go onto the box, go into the music section,
Yeah.
iFame TV. We're on the biggest music channel on Roku, Charles.
On Roku, look.
Okay, and then Comcast and Verizon in Philadelphia, of course. I mean, we're the fourth largest TV nation network in the nation.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We Talk Weekly, but you gotta follow. Look, we on Instagram now. 60-second videos now. We here, man. We here.
60 seconds, and look, we telling you, you can find us. So make sure you follow us, tell your friends.
And tag a friend right now. Tag a friend.
Yes, and we love you.